What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some huge news coming out of the NFL that could shake up the entire league. That's right, you heard the title. We're talking about Cooper Kupp to the Dallas Cowboys. It's one of the most explosive trade rumors to hit the NFL this offseason, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. We're diving deep into the details, analyzing what this could mean for both Kupp and the Cowboys, and what it could mean for the NFC as a whole. So, grab your popcorn, smash that like button, and let's get into it. Now, before we jump into the deep dive, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because we've got a ton of NFL news and analysis coming your way every single day. Alright, let's get into the action. This news is about to blow your mind. Alright, let's dive even deeper into this potential Cooper Kupp to Dallas Cowboys situation, because this rumor is absolutely mind-blowing. So, as we know, Cooper Kupp has been the face of the Los Angeles Rams offense for the better part of the last few seasons. He's one of the most elite wide receivers in the league, and there's no question that his value to the Rams has been immense. But now, with the Rams undergoing some restructuring and dealing with financial constraints, it looks like they could potentially part ways with Kupp in favor of bolstering their long-term future. The idea of him landing in Dallas? Well, that's been making waves, and it's definitely exciting to think about, isn't it? If you're a Cowboys fan, you're already picturing Dak Prescott lobbing bombs to Kupp down the sideline, or CeeDee Lamb stretching the defense while Kupp works those short to mid-range routes that are so devastating. A dynamic duo like that could be absolutely lethal for any defense in the league. Now, let's talk about what kind of trade package it would take for the Cowboys to get Kupp. The rumors have been swirling about the possibility of Dallas parting with multiple draft picks, perhaps even a first-rounder, to make this move happen. And, given the Cowboys' current cap situation, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that they could absorb Kupp's remaining salary, which is roughly around $15 million next year. The Cowboys, led by Jerry Jones, have never been afraid to make a splashy move. Think back to their acquisition of Amari Cooper back in 2018. It was a bold, unexpected move that gave Dallas a much-needed boost at receiver, and it paid off. Now, the Cowboys might be thinking that they could replicate that type of success with a player like Kupp, who is arguably even more accomplished than Cooper ever was. But let's take a step back and really consider the impact on both teams. If the Cowboys land Kupp, they'd instantly have one of the most potent receiving corps in the NFL. CeeDee Lamb is a top-tier receiver in his own right, and if you add Kupp into the mix, suddenly the entire field opens up for Dak Prescott. He'd have two incredibly reliable targets to throw to on every single play, and that could make all the difference in those critical playoff games. Plus, we know Dak has had his struggles with consistency in the postseason, but with a reliable veteran like Kupp on the roster, it could really help take the pressure off him and give him a legitimate chance to break through and make a deep playoff run. However, it's not all sunshine and roses for Dallas. If they make a move for Kupp, they might have to sacrifice some other players, especially in a year when the Cowboys are already trying to balance their roster and make sure they don't overextend their cap. The Cowboys' defense has been a major strength over the past few seasons, but if they lose some depth in the secondary or along the defensive line to make room for Kupp, that could end up being a risky trade-off. It's a delicate balance for the front office, and we have to wonder how they'd approach it. On the other hand, the Cowboys are no strangers to making big swings, and with the NFC East getting tougher by the year, this might be the perfect moment for Dallas to go all in on an all-star talent like Kupp. But we can't forget the ramifications for the Rams either. If Los Angeles decides to trade Cooper Kupp, it would mark the end of an era for their offense. Kupp has been the guy who made crucial catches in big moments, from that Super Bowl winning grab to several other clutch plays during their playoff runs. Parting with him wouldn't just be a matter of trading away a player, it would be saying goodbye to the player who defined the Rams' identity in recent years. But at the same time, the Rams may view this as an opportunity to pivot to the future. With a rebuild in mind, perhaps they feel they could get a solid return for Kupp in the form of draft picks, which would allow them to stockpile young talent and try to build for the future. After all, the Rams' championship window is closing, and if they're going to keep competing at a high level, they need to make sure they have a long-term plan in place. How would Kupp's departure affect the Rams' offense, though? There's no denying that Matthew Stafford would lose one of his most reliable targets. Kupp and Stafford have built an almost telepathic connection on the field over the years, with Kupp being the go-to guy in almost every crucial situation. Replacing him wouldn't be easy, and while the Rams have some solid receiving talent in Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson, and Tutu Atwell, none of them have the same elite skill set that Kupp brings to the table. The Rams would have to find a new number one receiver and perhaps rely more heavily on their running game, led by Cam Akers. But let's be honest, even with a strong run game, no one replaces a player of Kupp's caliber easily. Then there's the team chemistry element. Cooper Kupp has been a leader in the Rams locker room, and his departure would create a leadership void. Sean McVay, the Rams head coach, would have to find a way to keep the team's morale up and maintain a winning culture. That's a huge challenge when you lose a player of Kupp's stature, especially since his presence on the field also serves as a beacon for the younger players. But, on the other hand, the Rams have shown that they can make quick adjustments. They've rebuilt quickly in the past, and this could be an opportunity for McVay to mold the next generation of stars. Now, let's talk about the potential impact on the NFC. If Kupp lands with the Cowboys, that would make Dallas one of the most dangerous teams in the conference. The Philadelphia Eagles have been dominant, and the San Francisco 49ers are loaded with talent, but adding Kupp to the Cowboys mix would give them an offense that could go toe-to-toe with anyone. Their defense is already one of the most feared units in the league, so if they shore up their offense with Kupp's playmaking ability, they'd instantly become Super Bowl contenders. It would also raise the stakes for other NFC teams, knowing that the Cowboys would have the offensive firepower to match their already elite defense. For teams like the Eagles and 49ers, the prospect of facing off against a Cowboys team with Kupp, Lamb, and Prescott would be a nightmare matchup in the playoffs. Of course, the speculation and rumors are still swirling, and at the end of the day, nothing is official yet. But what's clear is that if this trade does happen, it would send shockwaves through the NFL. A player of Cooper Kupp's caliber is a game-changer, and his potential move to Dallas would certainly reshape the NFC playoff picture. As of right now, we're left to wonder how serious the Cowboys are about pursuing this trade, and what the Rams' strategy is moving forward. Could this be the offseason where Jerry Jones pulls the trigger and makes the move that finally pushes the Cowboys over the hump? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: Cooper Kupp to Dallas? It's a move that would make waves in the NFL for years to come. And of course, we want to know what you think. Do you believe this trade is actually going to happen, or is it just another offseason rumor that'll fade away? Would Cooper Kupp be the missing piece for the Cowboys to make a Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts and predictions down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we've got so much more NFL content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.